The human mind is a powerful tool that has the ability to create and manifest our desires. However, doubts and self-limiting beliefs often hinder us from achieving what we want. In this video, we will discuss how the law of assumption can help us overcome these limitations and manifest our desires. The law of assumption states that if we can assume that anything is true, then it is absolutely true. But how can we believe in the existence of something that doesn't exist in the observable world? Let's explore this topic further. Our culture and upbringing often teach us to question our goals and the actions we take to achieve them. We are told to put up with pain in order to grow and learn, and to accept all of life's facts, even if they fill us with pain, discomfort, or despair. We are taught to be cautious of everything, and to accept reality, fate, and luck. However, the law of assumption teaches us the exact opposite. We are taught that by changing our presumptions, we can experience anything we want to experience and become anybody we want to be. We are the ones who create the world, and God is within us. Nothing has the ability to change us, influence our lives, or force us to do something we don't want to. Changing our perception or emotions can be accomplished by changing our view, thoughts, or imagination. The law of assumptions states that we will perceive things differently if we hold distinct beliefs and preconceptions. We can change the way we perceive the world by changing our thoughts and beliefs. It is important to note that our thoughts have the biggest impact on us in daily life. We have access to everything in the world and can create whatever we want. Everything belongs to us. We are everything. We often question if we deserve to accomplish our goals or not. We need to grow in our faith, deepen our understanding of God, and uncover the origin of our desires. We should look upon our desires as the spoken words of God, and every word of the prophecy of that which we are capable of being. We should not question if we deserve to accomplish these goals or not. Instead, we should accept them when they come to us. We should express our thankfulness to them as if they were gifts, and then feel happy and grateful for getting such lovely presents. Then we should go about our business in peace. It is true that accepting and assuming our desires are much more difficult than questioning them. Our minds are programmed to only accept assertions that are supported by evidence. Without evidence, our minds will not accept something, which makes it more challenging for a specific person to accept. If we wish to manifest someone into our life, we won't immediately believe that we can simply attract them into our life through our thoughts. We are currently confronting an old story from our past that this particular person left us for an unspecified reason. However, when we believe that our desires are the spoken words of God and that we are one with everyone and everything, the part of us that wants to question whether we are deserving of what we want or whether we are acting morally starts to transcend. As you go about your daily life, it's important to keep in mind that your objectives and beliefs should benefit not just yourself, but everyone you come into contact with. Whether you're aiming to find love, land your dream job, or try something new, take the plunge. Always consider what's best for those you care about, because you are capable of making anything happen if you can conceive it. You possess the ability to achieve anything you desire because you are an extension of God, who never makes mistakes. If you have an innate desire, it means you have the capacity to bring it to fruition. Now, you might wonder, if your goals are God-given, why is it necessary to maintain your faith and perseverance? The answer is simple. By doubting your desires, you unintentionally doubt your connection to God. When you have faith in your goals, you already believe you've attained them in terms of progress and manifestation. The words perseverance and faith might suggest that we need to work hard to achieve our goals. But the reverse is actually true. When you have faith and you believe you've achieved your goals, perseverance comes easily. It's also important to note that negative feelings and thoughts can be experienced without necessarily suppressing them. Instead, they can be used as stepping stones to guide us closer to the realization of our chosen reality. By feeling and accepting all of our emotions and reminding ourselves of who we truly are, we can let go of unpleasant thoughts and sensations, This is what true perseverance, faith, and desire look like. For many of us, manifesting our desires is a key reason for joining classes or groups that focus on manifestation. However, in the process, we often become disconnected from our inner selves and forget that we're subject to the law of assumption and manifestation. The spiritual path of the law of assumption is about connecting to your inner self, and this is where Neville Goddard's teachings come in. The true God is within us, and it's this inner self that controls our daily lives. We're used to seeking proof and facts in the physical world around us. However, when we're working on manifesting our desires, we must understand that we live in an imaginary world. The information and confirmation we need to make our desires manifest doesn't come from the physical world. Instead, we must connect with our inner selves to realize that we already have everything we need. We don't need validation or assistance from anyone else, just the belief that we possess everything required to achieve our goals. When we connect with our inner selves, we're connecting with God, and this requires less verification or confirmation. All of our wants are met, and our questions are answered. In other words, to achieve our goals, we simply need to connect with our inner selves. We don't need to focus on our desires in the physical world. The entire process begins in our minds, and we must use our imagination and consciousness to bring our dreams to life. That's why you don't need anything from the outside world. You already have everything you need within you. In fact, you are everything, and you lack nothing. Whatever you want or need is already inside you. So why do you keep seeking it outside of yourself? Why do you lack the motivation to create what you already have? The answer is simple. You lack belief. You must adopt the attitude that your goal has already been achieved. If you look for validation or proof to support your desire, it means you don't believe in it. You haven't made contact with your inner self, or you don't think you are God. In that case, you won't trust the process and will instead consciously bring about the outcomes you want. The power of our beliefs is immeasurable. It is our beliefs that shape the world we see and experience. Our consciousness determines how we interpret the world around us, and as we change, so does our outer world. When we are fused with a particular state of mind, we see the world through its lens. It is only when we detach ourselves from that state that we can see things from a different perspective. Our imagination plays a crucial role in this process. It is through imagination that we connect with the states we desire. However, we must use our imagination masterfully, not as mere onlookers, but as partakers who actually feel and experience the desired state. This is what it means to think from the end. Success is not about imitating the actions of successful people, but about adopting the right inner actions and inner talking. Outer reforms are futile if our inner state remains unchanged. We live by committing ourselves to invisible states, by fusing our imagination with what we know to be other than ourselves, and in this union, we experience the results of that fusion. To achieve the state of consciousness that is worth having, we must choose and occupy the state we desire. However, rationalizing alone cannot yield the desired state. The imaginative image is what we must seek, and determined imagination, thinking from the end, is the beginning of all miracles. The infinite states of consciousness are purely a means of satisfying our hunger for self-gratification. Desire is the mainspring of our mental machinery, and it exists to be gratified in the activity of our imagination. We must move mentally from thinking of the end to thinking from the end. It is through our imagination that we escape the limitations of the senses and the bondage of imagination. Enjoy manifesting. Enjoy